Hey, aloha, it's Brian once again, and I want to talk to you today intimately, which is why I brought the camera in close. I want to talk to you about the idea of fear and how to live a life that is completely free from fear. So let me offer this to you real quickly. I want you to think about a topic or two that when you think about it, fear is possible for you. You know, it may be you've experienced one too many horror movies, and that when you feel that feeling, the terror that comes up, hey, that's normal. Okay, a lot of us were exposed to stuff as kids that affected us in ways that we don't even know about. You know, if you're ever home alone and no one's in the house and you hear a noise and it's, what could that be? Okay, maybe it's in your relationship, you have a fear of losing your partner to death or to an affair or whatever. Maybe it's that you fear death yourself. Whatever that topic is, just notice that there's one or more topics that if you turn your mind there and you give your mind power to that thought, you could actually go into fear. You could find yourself feeling fearful. Maybe it's the IRS. Maybe it's the law. Who knows? Whatever it is for you, notice that it's there. And I want to offer a thought to you. This is straight out of A Course in Miracles, one of my favorite study areas in life. And there's a phrase in A Course in Miracles that basically says, I'm going to paraphrase slightly, it says, if you knew who it is that walks with you hand in hand through every door you ever walk through, into every situation that you ever go, if you knew who it was that goes with you, fear would be impossible. Fear would be impossible. Now I want you to reflect on that for just a moment, because you have come to believe that you're a separate, isolated body in a universe. And it's a myth. It's a myth. This is a universe that is made out of energy. It is infinite, unlimited energy. Some call it a sea of energy or a sea of awareness. I think that's a beautiful way of phrasing it. Your body is a sea of awareness inside the sea of awareness, but it's not separate. It's a continuum. The space between the stars, okay, the stars are these itty-bitty specks of nothing in this massive, vast interstellar space. They may be, you know, millions of miles across, but it's irrelevant. When you compare it to the space between them, there's nothing there. And when you go inside of your body, you find the exact same thing is true. The space between the atoms is the equivalent to interstellar space. And of course, once we go into the atom and into the atoms of those stars, we find there's nothing physical there anyway. This is one field of energy and information. Now, with that being the case, who are you really? Who are you really? Kind of far out, huh? You are that one. And if you are that one, then you, the body, understand you're linked hand in hand, only more intricate and more intimate than hand in hand, because you're literally blended with, you are one with the infinite one. You have realms and dimensions of yourself. You have aspects of yourself. You have different versions of yourself. There are dimensions of yourself that between this body and the infinite one, there are so many different levels of yourself. Not separate, distinct levels, but a continuum. That you and any of those levels is so much infinitely more than you have ever believed that you are. And maybe you've had some insights, maybe you've had some intuitions, maybe you've had a few experiences of insight where you sensed it. So I want you to see yourself right now stepping into that situation where there's been fear. I want you to see yourself stepping into that place, only this time holding the hand of your higher self, who is literally there, larger than the situation. I want you to experience it. I want you to welcome it. And I want you to ask yourself, what would it be like to live a life where fear was impossible? Because you're living that life right now. Are you willing? Grab a piece of paper, and I want you to write this question on top of it. Today, if you're willing, what would life be like if fear was impossible? And don't play with this. Don't let your mind rule. I want you to step in and answer this question and fill that page as much as you're willing. Fill 2 or 3 pages. What would life be like if fear was impossible? And here's my promise to you. If you do this with your whole heart, your whole self, you'll get up from that page, from that writing, a completely new person. That's a promise. I love you with all my heart. Namaste.